Hi everyone, welcome to Colouring with Kay. Thank you for joining me today. So this is the final instalment of the colour along, and so I'm going to work on the Japanese house. I'm actually using my Arteza pencils here. So I'm using Blood Orange A073, Venetian Red A121 and Garnet Red A072. So you can see me just laying down the blood orange pencil there, just with medium pressure, and I just thought that I would make my Japanese house red and green. I don't know, those two colours just sort of, made themselves available in my brain, so that's what I went with, because I don't know, it just seemed to me red and green would work. I wanted splashes of green on this page because there is no green, and I just wanted to introduce another colour just to, I don't know, just give it more interest, I guess, and make it pop a little bit more. So yeah, Garnet Red, I'm just adding the shading on the, working my way in from the edges of the shape of the house, the roof, I guess. And then I just sort of go over it again, I think. So yeah, all the roofs were the same shades basically, with shades of red, and then I decided to add some greens. So I added Fern green, which is A092, and then Emerald green A094 and Jade green A059. So yeah, how are you guys? What are you colouring at the moment? Do let me know in the comments. I'm always interested to read your comments. I know I am a bit behind, but I'm trying my best to keep up with them. So yeah, on Kirby's pages, I do really like to use pencils and fine liners, because I think there's a lot of small spaces as well, which make it quite, easy and straightforward to use fine liners and gel pens and things like that. I am sorry for my croaky voice again. Not much I can do about that, so I do apologise. But yeah, so I will, of course, write in the description below all the materials I've used and the colours, etc. So I just wanted to change it up a bit and use some Artezas. I do really enjoy using my Artezas. I think they're lovely pencils. Just annoying that the Arteza products seem to be out of stock in the UK quite a lot, which does put me off, really, that there's a supply issue. So now a bit of fine liner here. I thought this house could do with a fine liner. I like the, the intense colour that fine liner provides, and it's a good contrast to the look of a pencil, and it just, I don't know, just defines the image a bit more when you use fine liner in certain places. So anyway, that's the idea behind using fine liner. I do like to use lots of different mediums, as you know if you follow my channel. So yeah, I've decided to make the posts in green. I am using my Staedtler Triplus fine liner, I think they are. I have got the Arteza Inconic fine liners, which I use less, but really I should use them more because there are a lot more shades available. I just need to make them more usable, really user-friendly, that right in front of me near my desk, so that I can use them more. So now I'm adding a shade of deep red of my Staedtler Triplus fine liner, and I decided to just add that in certain areas. I could have used metallic paint in retrospect now, as I'm doing the voiceover. I'm thinking maybe I should have used some metallic paint, but yeah, it's too late now. But yeah, I think I'm quite happy with how the page is coming out. I did make a little mistake later, which I will sort of refer to later on in this video, but then I tried to correct it, so I think it's all right. But yeah, it was a lot of fun colouring this page. Okay, what am I working on next? So now I decided that I'd use some yellow Sakura Jelly Roll Glaze pen. I guess these are windows, so I wanted some to appear as if there were lights on. I don't know if they are windows or not, but I'm presuming they are on my picture anyway. And then I used some more fine liner just in Ready Brown for the top part of the house. Sorry, I'm off the image a little bit there, just slightly. And then just decided to add some more of that dark brown just on the edges of the house. By the way, that was my chair, if you heard a noise. It's a bit creaky. So yeah, dark red and green fine liner for the details. And so now I'm using one of my favourite gel pens, which is a Uni-ball sparkling silver gel pen. So it's by Uni-ball and it's absolutely very sparkly. It's a silver one, and I just thought I'd add a bit of silver just to look like reflection of light in the windows. And then I just did the rest of the windows like that as well, with the yellow glaze and the sparkling silver gel pen. So now I'm working on the lanterns, and I'm using my Artezas once again. I'm using sunflower yellow A016, pumpkin orange A052, and blood orange A073. And then I wanted a little bit of a darker edge, so I used royal purple A058 or 58 just on the edges, because I just thought I didn't just want them to be orange, I just wanted them to have a little bit of a different sort of a darker look on the edges. So that's why I decided to add the royal purple A058 on the edges. So I mean, this page didn't take me that long, but then again I have taken quite a few breaks in sections just because I'm filming it. And then I did the rest of the lanterns in the same way as I show you these two. So that's my royal purple now. It does make it look a little bit darker on the edges, which is just the look that I was after, really. And that's it, that's my lanterns. And so I'm going to do the rest of my lanterns in the same way. And that's it. So that's that one. And now I'm going to work on the bridge, I think. Yeah, the bridge. So I decided to make this red because I looked at a few pictures online and there were quite a lot of red ones. I mean, there were different colours, but red seemed to be one. And I thought that would go well with the colours of the koi fish. So I'm using the same reds as I used for the Japanese house. So the blood orange, Venetian red, and the garnet red. And I'm making the posts in the same colour as well. So I'm using exactly the same shades of colour that I used for the house. So I thought it would match as well, because I didn't want to have too many other colours. I wanted it to all come together a little bit. So I'm using colours that I've used elsewhere on other objects on the page, just to bring it together a bit more, so it's a bit more cohesive, I guess. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do next in terms of a colour along. I think I'm sort of thinking either the Melpomeni's new book, Enchanted Earth, or the Kirby one, but I'm not sure. If possible, I would love for you to suggest what you think should my next colour along be. I know I do these speeded up ones. I do hope you still find them useful. It's just easier for me to do it this way. So yeah, would you like a partial colour along? So doing basically the main bits, the main bits. So most of it will be me colouring on camera. Would you rather have it in Enchanted Earth or Alien Worlds by Kirby? I'd love to hear what you think. So I'm adding a bit of fine liner as well on this bridge, because again, it's small areas, and the little bits that you can see on the picture, I think those are meant to be little bits of blossom, that are sort of being scattered around. And so those I do colour later on in the same colours as the blossoms, which is the Sakura Jelly Roll glaze in 2 different shades of pink. So here I've used 2 different shades of brown as well for the bridge, fine liner wise. And then now I'm using a Uni-ball metallic jelly roll glaze. I think it's in copper, just for that little bit, just to give it a little bit of shine. And now I'm working on the grass. So the grass, the bushes, not brushes, but bushes. And I'm using, again, my Artezas, and I'm using 2 different blends. I'm using Absinthe Green A099, Olive Green A155, and Basil Green A093. And then the second blend is Emerald Green A094, Fern Green A092, and Jade Green A059. So I like to use a variation of colours, so therefore I often use, for the same object, 2 different blends of 3 pencils. So yeah, that's all I'm doing here, and just adding my shading. I just wanted the green to be a bit of a different popping colour from the ones that I've used, you know, my blues, my purples and the oranges, because those are the main colours that are on this page so far. So I did want to introduce a little bit of green, just to give it a little bit more interest, I guess. I have been rather naughty though, in terms of buying stuff. So I've purchased a few things, but it's been over a couple of months. So there's my all the green sort of grass and bushes done. I'm quite happy with how it's turning out, actually. I really like the bright colours. I really do like the bright colours. And now I'm going to do the little bits of grass in the same colour or similar colours. And also, I've forgotten that bit there at the bottom, that rock, is supposed to be blue, ink tense. So I do go off camera and I complete that. And then now I'm going to colour the Japanese lady as well, I think. I think I am anyway. So, yeah, what am I doing? Yeah, I think I'm going to do the Japanese lady. Well, we'll see, won't we? Oh no, maybe not. I'm doing the little bushes at the side. So here I'm back to my Prismas. So I'm using Sap Green Light PC120, Kelly Green PC1096, Prussian Green, I can't read my writing, what have I written? PC109. So yeah, those are the little bushes. I've just decided that I'll use some different shades of green, and Prismas are beautiful. They have loads of different colours. So, and that's where I was being naughty when I was telling you my colleague was not able to find the Prismas, unfortunately, when she went to visit Manhattan, I think, or New York. So then I just decided to take the plunge and use this month's salary to buy myself the Prismas, and yeah, buy myself a set of 150 Prismas as a backup, because I need them, because my Prismas are actually really short now. I do have some open stock, but I just thought they're getting more and more expensive. Everything is anyway. So I saw on eBay, got 10% off, so it's about £185. So very expensive here in the UK, but I just took the plunge, and yeah. I mean, it's not as if I'm not going to use them. So yeah, the post I've made in Terracotta PC944, Tuscan Red PC937, and Black Cherry PC10 or 1078. And I decided to add a bit of white. Oh no, I haven't. Sorry, that was not white gel pen. That was just some bits I hadn't coloured, so I just used some dark brown fine liner. So now I'm using fine liner again for some little details, because I just thought it's just easier, and there's such tiny details that fine liner will do. So I used a few shades of my Staedtler Triplus fine liners again for the little lily pads and the little plants that you can see in the pond. And yeah, that's that. Now I'm doing the little hidden object. There's only a couple of hidden objects on this page, actually. It's the bouquet of flowers, and there's a hamster, I think, on top of one of the koi's heads. of all places. And yeah, I'm just using fineliner to colour the little bouquet of flowers. I'm glad that there's not many hidden objects on this page and there's just 2. This is the Wondermorphia book I'm colouring in, but this picture is also available in the Geomorphia of Kirby's book. I know them 2 books, the Geomorphia and the Phantomorphia, are not very popular compared to his other books. So now I'm doing the Japanese lady, and I decided to use, well, before I do actually, I'm going to use some white gel pen here. Not white gel pen, sorry, white Posca. I don't know, my gel pens, I always find that Poscas work better. So I decided to go over some of the black lines, or pretty much all of the black lines, on Mount Fuji. I'm calling it Mount Fuji. And yeah, I'm going over the black lines here. I really hope it is Mount Fuji, and I hope it is in Japan, because if it's not, I'm going to sound like a right idiot. But anyway, unless at risk of already sounding like an idiot. But anyway, yes, I went over all the black lines just to, I don't know, just make it look a bit more snowy, I guess. And of course, I've got the metallic iridescent paints on there as well, to give it that shine. So yeah, I find the white Posca works much better for me anyway than white gel pen. Although the Arteza gel pen is nice, and I do use it now and again. I think it just needs a shake, to be honest, to get it going. So I decided I wanted some more definition on the mountains and the rocks. So I used my white Posca again to, you know, define the rocks a bit better. And here's when I made a boo-boo. Can you see there? Exactly there. That is actually, that black there, the right side, is part of the fish. So I put the white ink, or whatever, paint, sorry, in the wrong place. So it looks like the actual koi fish on the right side is bumping into the rock. So I do correct that later on. But yeah, these things happen, don't they? So, well, it happened to me anyway. But anyway, the Japanese lady now, I decided I wanted to use metallic paint. So I chose a couple of metallic paints. I think they were the, gosh, I can't even remember. I don't think I even wrote it down. If I did, I don't know where I've written it down, because I did run out of space, unfortunately. But yeah, I used the iridescent paint you can see me putting on the umbrella is actually KJ Designs by Karen. It's just a blue iridescent paint. And then on the actual clothes, I've used Honeybee Pigments, I think it was, a blue and a turquoise colour. Did I not write it down? I just cannot see if I've... Yeah. Anyway, any metallic paints that you have would do. But yeah, I wanted it to look shiny, because they have beautiful Japanese dresses which are quite shiny. So yeah, so now quickly colour that little hamster which is on top of the koi head. I decided to do it a sort of a lighty brown colour, browny orange, so it doesn't stick out too much, which is good. And then a bit of shading with a Prisma pencil on top. So like I said, I will put the main materials and colours and I used in the description below, so that you do have it to hand. So I think I've used another sort of iridescent paint for that white circle-y thing under the left koi fish. But before that, you can see that I'm just, the little bits of things floating around on the page are little bits of blossoms, I think, that are flying around there. So I just use my pink, 2 shades of pink Jelly Roll Glaze, and that is a little bit of iridescent metallic paint I've put on that circle thing. I'm not quite sure what it is actually. And that's it. That's what it looks like right now. And then now because I can't leave it alone. I'm using a silver Uni-ball. One of my favourite things to do is to add details, finishing touches, and my silver Uni-ball gel pen is one of my favourite things to use for embellishing the final page or adding my finishing touches. So I decided that I needed to go around all the little swirly bits, like the cloud bits, around the fish with my silver gel pen. And so that's what I do. And you can see me doing that on camera there right now. And so I just wanted to add a little bit more. I really enjoy adding the finishing touches to the end of a page, because I think they sort of make a page as well, you know, make it stand out more. So I do that with all the clouds. Now it's time for the white gel pen, and I'm just adding some highlights on the fish, defining certain areas like their fins. I don't know if I should have done that or not, to be honest, but I think it looks all right, you know. I do the same with the other side of the fish, and I have corrected the, you know, where I put the gel pen on the rock when I shouldn't have. So I do sort that out in a second, because at the moment it looks like it's bumped into the rock. The rock is in front of the fish and the rock needs to be behind. So at the moment it's looking wrong, but I do correct it. I go off camera and I do correct it. I sort of rub off the white gel pen with my fingernail, and it did come off, so you can see it's corrected now. I'm just adding a little bit of definition with my white gel pen. So I am using my Arteza white gel pen right now, and it's working okay-ish. It does skip at times. And yeah, just darken that bit up on the fish where I've rubbed off the white gel pen. And that's it. Guys, that is it. I hope you really enjoyed this little colour along, 3-part colour along. I am really pleased with the page. I hope you like it. And until next time, guys, take care. Happy colouring. Bye.